It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Toronto Blue Jays. This crowd is ready as we get set for the World Series. Game 1 is next. You're looking to swing home field advantage your way with an all-important opening win on the road. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. Today's starting pitcher, Trey Yesavage.
4-pitch guy. He's got some sides that utilize those weapons. Start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
He steps on the bag. One out in the top. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. The curveball is just outside. And that one is in for a strike at 95. And it's 2-1 now. Nope. One out, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. Hammers that one deep left field and forget. Just look at they're out front.
He was going to figure out the rest. Exactly.
On the ground, Clement whips it to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play.
Not allowing it to stay in ahead.
Edman out of the World Series. Strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And there's a ball.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have it up. Now go back exactly where you want it.
Look out! And he had 2 strikes under Hernandez. One finds his zone. 1-1. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And he deals. Got him looking for the K. That was pretty nasty. 2-run shot for the Dodgers this inning.
On the hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Here's George Springer.
Not only can he hit the cover off the ball, he's got a great eye as well. To swing the bats.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes.
Right.
One
2 strikes.
Snell picks up the strikeout.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think he's up. I mean, he's going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
This one in the air center field. Take a look at the lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for match, they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one. 2 outs. Inning. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. They trail things here 2-0. Game 1 of the World Series. Now the third baseman, Max Muncy. Yesavage back to work. That's off the inside corner. 1-0. The drama always heightened in the postseason, and it leads to some real. And there's the strike. And a foul ball. Strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there. And those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Here's Kike Hernandez. It's 1-0. Down in the top of the second.
Batting ninth, right fielder Andy Pajes.
2 down, bases empty. Andy Pajes steps to the plate. First pitch misses.
1-0.
And it's fouled off. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
This strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
Up and in, 2-2. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. Back now in Toronto, bottom half of inning number 2, and here is Alejandro Kirk. And that one fouled off.
It's so impressive because these guys have to do so much study and preparation for their pitchers, for opposing hitters, and really their #1 job is to guide that staff through a ball game. And so when you also can turn it up offensively and be a force there, that is a win-win, every manager's dream.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
A good fastball changeup combo has always been devastating for hitters, and that was a great example of that at bat. Changeup, fastball, changeup, and he goes down on just 3 pitches. And as a hitter, once you're down 0-2 in that spot, you have no idea what to sit on. You got a 50-50 chance when you guess. So I'm sure that changeup looked like a fastball almost the entire way to the plate.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. Outside low, ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Varsho needs just 1 more homer to reach 100 in the big leagues.
Yeah, and making it to 100 homers would be quite the career accomplishment for him. Out of the more than 20,000 players to take an at-bat in the majors, less than 5% have ever hit 100 dingers.
Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. Next offering upstairs. That smash towards center. Lays out and makes the play.
Batting 6.
A great diving catch, and that was only possible because of the route he took to get there, right, Chris?
Yeah, StatCast shows us just how efficient that route to the ball was. In fact, that's about as good as it gets. Pretty much a direct line to it, and perhaps he was a wide receiver in a different life. I don't know, but man, great job to hold on all the way through the dive as well. No fumble caused by the ground.
2 down, nobody on. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And that extends the inning.
Batting 7th, right fielder,
Next to hit, Addison Barker. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms of the sport.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from a warning track if he has to.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Clement off of first with A. Next offering is foul back. Swings through that one.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Two outs. Caught him looking for the K. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Jays nothing. Back here at Rogers Center, all set for the start of the inning. And the batter now, Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani bats left, throws right, 30 years old now, and he was born in Japan.
Outside.
And that's outside. And another ball.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
1 strike.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Swings and misses, struck him out. Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. Walked his first time. Fastball is outside. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Next offering is in for a strike. Way inside, gets out of the way.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
And foul ball. Turns and fires the Betts. Foul tip. Oh, that got our umpire. And it looks like it got him upstairs. 3-2. And that's ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Out front, rip foul. Ball 1 there. That's to third. Off balance feed. There's one. Relay to Guerrero in time. Inning-ending double play. Nothing doing here this half. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Jays nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the second baseman, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1.
1-0. Two balls, no strikes.
That one fouled off. And now 2-2.
They can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Headed towards the corner. And that is a foul ball. Makes a sliding stop. And they get the out.
Batting ninth, shortstop, Andres Jimenez.
Here's Andres Jimenez. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Hot shot to third. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting left fielder, George Springer.
So the batting order turns over. Now the left fielder, George Springer. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1.
And that one fouled off. Going 2 now. Springer swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And a nice inning of work there as he set 3. So they make short work of him there. On to the 4th now in game number 1. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Jays nothing. And we're back. John Sciambi with Freeman. And immediately pumps in a strike.
And patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
In the air out towards right center. Varsho after it. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch. Still relatively early, but with runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set him up to do more damage later in this game.
Edman batting for the second time, and that's strike one. Next offering is fouled back. Base is empty, one away here in game one of the World Series. And ball one. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. One down, base is empty. Tosses to first, and they get Edman for the out. Two outs, base is empty. And now Teoscar Hernandez struck out looking his first time. Just missed. Toronto's bullpen with some action. Yariel Rodriguez up and loosening in the pen. Number 56 also getting ready. Two down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Fastball for a strike. Breaking ball misses down and away. And now the count filled up 3-2. Two outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Dodgers down in order as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Bottom 4, and now for the Jays, Nathan Lucas.
Designated hitter, Nathan Lucas.
Strike one.
Well, these Blue Jays just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations,
and it stays fair. Safe at second with a leadoff double. Runner in scoring position, no outs. And next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Fouled off left side.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Not even close there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hard the order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
That one is upstairs.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with the middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And it's caught for the out.
Up next for the Blue Jays.
0 for 1.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full
top of the zone for a strike. One out and a runner at second. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Man at second. Out to the left. And there are two down.
Oh, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
So up next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. He's 0 for 1. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That one down the line. Slings it across. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Blue Jays held in check. They trail it here 2-0.
Now pitching.
We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the fifth. Yariel Rodriguez.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Muncy digs in. Went down on strikes his first time through.
Muncy.
And first offering is fouled off. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Next offering is in for a strike. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Gassed it right by him. And Kike Hernandez at the plate. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
0-1's the count. Nope.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Paz stands in now, looks at that one inside.
Ball 2.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. And a big swing and a miss.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, but they're on top 2-0. Game one of the
Leading
World
off
Series.
for the Jays,
Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement.
Ernie Clement.
Game one of the World Series here tonight, and all he's hoping is that the success that he's had in the first couple of rounds continues.
The great thing, you're here in the World Series. Now just try to have fun. The performance has been outstanding, and why should it stop now?
How do they cool him off?
Well, they're going to be extremely careful with him. I doubt he's going to get much to hit today, but when he does, be careful because he can hit it a long way.
Just off the outside edge, and the count 2-1. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
Out to center. Hernandez settles underneath it. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
Oh, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Barker, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
On the ground to third. Throws to first in time.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. Right through there for a strike. The Jays down by a pair. Last half of inning number 5.
Well, this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K. Down in order go the Blue Jays. And they're down 2-0. Ohtani up to the dish. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal your bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? Rodriguez back to work. And first offering is fouled off. And that one is inside ball 1.
You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
Next pitch misses. Ball 2.
We got a full count.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along. And now it's Mookie
Up
Betts.
next for the Dodgers, shortstop Mookie Betts.
Betts chasing that time.
0-1.
Next offering down in the dirt. Swing and he breaks his back. Reaching for it and brings it in. And up to the plate is Will Smith. His homer earlier is responsible for the only runs they've scored in this one.
Yeah, for
pitches in for a strike.
not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
2 down, nobody on. Here in game 1 of the World Series. On the ground right side, and it goes just foul. Stays alive. Just missing there, and the count is 1-2.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Next pitch inside. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Outside, and that is ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat. Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Yariel Rodriguez won't go any further. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching.
Left-hander out of the bullpen, number 56.
Number 56.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. 0 for 2 in this one. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. Freeman goes 6 feet 5 inches, 35 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2007. And that's him for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3. So the Jays pen does its job nicely there. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Jays nothing. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, number 86.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
And now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez. Grounded out his first time up. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
That one close, ruled the ball. And it's 1-1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. So the lineup flips over. George Springer next up for the Blue Jays, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Well, with both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
Swings through that one for strike 1.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Grounder might be 2. One away, bottom of the 6th.
Now batting, designated hitter, Nathan Lucas.
Next is the designated hitter, Nathan Lucas. 1 for 2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. But it's just foul. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. With the tying run at the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Outside low. Now 1 and 2. And delivers outside. Jimenez over at second, 1 down. Pickoff throw. Jimenez dives back in safely. In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second, they've set up a double play opportunity, so not a terrible result.
And here comes the Dodgers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Number 86 out of the game, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Number 80 gets the ball now.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of them right here to get some critical outs. Walks out of the bullpen can absolutely kill your momentum very quickly. They're in some hot water trying to protect this lead.
Guerrero swings through it for strike 1.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Outside with a breaking ball. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. 2 on, 1 out. Fouls it off, still 1-2. In the dirt, blocked. Count moves to 2-2 as the runners hold. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Runner around third on his way to the plate. The throw is off line and he's in to score. And it's a 1-run game.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Right through there for a strike.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Blue Jays down a run. Now a screamer into the outfield. Makes the grab, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, Center fielder, Del Varsho.
And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Just missed. So 2 balls and no strikes.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Swing and a miss. And it's 2-1.
As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage.
Tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back here at Rogers Center, Tommy Edman at the plate. In the air, center field. Varsho under it. Makes the catch for the out.
Now batting,
Teoscar
the center fielder,
Hernandez
Teoscar
getting ready to hit.
Hernandez.
In the air, left side. And George makes the grab.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Muncy in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. Activity in the bullpen. Brendan Little getting ready to go. Dominguez getting cranked up as well. Inside, just missed.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
And that is downstairs. And that's ball 3. That clips the corner. Ripped to third. And that will end the inning. Dodgers go down quietly, but they still lead it 2-1.
Now pitching for
Alex Vesia comes on now.
These are the spots relievers really
Alex
make a name
Vesia
for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Well, one-run game at the plate. Ernie Clement. When you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. Right side, hard hit. Tosses to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. That one catches the zone. That's strike 1.
This guy plays third base like he's a shortstop, and he welcomes the difficult play. Can throw from so many different angles and makes really tough plays look very easy.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Ground ball right side, and that one handled in plenty of time to first, and that quickly two away.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Here's Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. And that one a little below the knees. Ball one. Holding on to a one-run lead here in the late stages of game one. That's down and in. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Just missed. Andres Jimenez in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Trying to hold a one-run lead here at the bottom of the seventh. Next offering is in for a strike. He goes down looking. No runs, no hits, no errors. Eighth inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Blue Jays 1.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
TK Hernandez.
Hernandez stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. And there's the strike.
I got a ball, one strike.
And a swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Fastball is outside. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Andy Pajes now at the plate. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. Foul ball there. Pop foul out of play off to the right. One down, base is empty, and they'll do it again. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. We'll have some adjustments to make.
Ohtani stands in now and watches strike one. 2 down, nobody on. And that one is inside. That one not close. And it's 2-2. That's inside.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy is just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way. This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
And the 1-0. Runner on the go. Ball outside. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Next offering is in for a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 1 of the World Series. And that one is downstairs. And the count is 3-1. Will Smith would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
Check swing, and he went. Full count now.
We got full count.
Line drive, base hit. Here's Ohtani flying around third. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Comes through with the RBI. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
2 outs, runner at first. Will Smith to the plate. He's already homered in this game. And strike 1 to the catcher.
0-1.
Swing and a liner foul off to the right. That's outside. Going to count 1-2. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Number 68, a rookie left-hander, appears to be getting going. Fisher also throwing. Betts leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Mookie Betts with a big strike in the inning. It's now a 3-1 ball game. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now here is Andres Jimenez. The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Goes down looking.
Boog, he was shopping at the buckle right there, the way that slider made him look. That was
Now
just
that is
nasty.
left fielder.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. 0 for 3 in this one. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Swing and a miss, strike one.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Inside. Now 2 and 2. Way high.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too...
Fights it off. You'll see another. Grinding AB right here. About to see pitch number 10. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Nathan Lucas next up for the Blue Jays. That misses off the outside edge. Two outs. Tap foul at the plate. That's in there. Now he's in a 1-2 hole.
The pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a
swing and a miss for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side for the second time today. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. Score holds. It's 3-1.
Now pitching for the
Braden
Blue
Fisher
Jays.
takes over on the mound.
Number 63.
And here's Freddie Freeman. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Fisher in his rookie season, 24 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2018. Fastball is outside.
Well, you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will. It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
And that's outside. Swing and a ball driven out to center. And that one is out of here. A solo shot. His second home run of the series, and they boost their lead. It's 4-1.
Freddie he makes these home runs look so effortless. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. And first offering is fouled off. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the late stages of game one. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. That's strike two. And there's the ball.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. Upstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Tunneled that pitch. Thought it was going to be a slider breaking in off the plate, but it hugged the corner. And at that point, when he recognized it, it was just too late.
Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. One out, base is empty, and a run in here at the top of the ninth. Into center and a base hit.
Now batting, third baseman, Max Muncy.
Here comes that funky Muncy to the plate. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And another ball. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Just missed. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Braden Fisher won't go any further tonight. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching.
So then, number 68.
Number 68.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
First and second, 1 out. Here's Kike Hernandez. That one's in there. Strike 1.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
That's a ball. Tried to attack with a sweeper.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
The 1-1. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. That one just misses. And it remains 2-2.
The count's full.
Good job to fight that one off.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Andy Pajes.
So they're at the corners now. Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Base hit and a run in to score.
Now batting, the designated
First
hitter,
and second,
Shohei
2
Ohtani.
outs. Here's Shohei Ohtani. A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-1's the count.
Two on, 2 outs. That's a little bit low. Toronto's bullpen with some action. Brendan Little up and throwing. Two outs. That one's in there, and the count 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Good job at damage control right there. So 2 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. Hard of the order, 3, 4, 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Blue Jays 1. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Blake Trinan.
And he's got a nice lead to
Number
work
49.
with, so he should come in throwing
Blake
strikes,
Trinan.
attacking these hitters.
Vladimir Guerrero
Leadoff
Jr.
for
now.
Toronto.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Jr.
First pitch misses. The 1-1 is fouled off. And a 1-2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Now batting.
He's 2 outs away. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. And that is out of play. The Dodgers leading by 4. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Next pitch misses way outside. There's a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Hernandez pulls that one down. That's out number 2.
Now batting, center fielder, Dalton
1 out left for the Blue
Varsho.
Jays. And next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
0-1.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9.
That's a ball.
Just off the inside edge. Way out front for strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
trying it. One strike away from securing game one. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.